Paul, the writer of a quarter of the New Testament, has often been charged with sexism, for many of his verses have been taken out of context in order to defend and support ideas that originated in the pagan world and not Christianity. But what is the truth behind this scandal? Did Paul really believe women to be second-class citizens? One such passage that is often either taken out of context or for which the context remains a mystery even to those who defend Paul is 1 Timothy 2:15. The verse reads, "Yet she will be saved through childbearing, if they continue in faith and love and holiness with self-control." John Bristow, writer of What Paul Really Said About Women, notes that some translators have even gone as far as to translate the beginning of the verse, "But women will be saved," as in any woman will be saved only through this way. But how could a woman be saved through childbearing? Doesn't this contradict Paul's own claim that we are saved by faith in Christ and that alone? Many great Christian commentators have taken this verse out of context. Doing so has caused major failures in the way that they have interpreted this verse and have led to sexist beliefs even within our own church. For example, James Kaufman writes, "Darmello was correct in seeing the meaning thus. The woman shall be saved by keeping simply and faithfully to her allotted sphere as wife and mother. Yet consider Ephesians 2:8-9. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith. And this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast." If women are saved through their works as a wife, particularly by enduring the pain of childbirth, then would they not have reason to boast relative to their own salvation? Others have gone even farther, claiming that the "they" refers to the children of the woman, leaving their actions as the determinant of whether the woman is saved, something that she is obviously not completely in control of. Some have tried to avoid these interpretations by claiming that she is referring to either just Eve or an individual woman that Paul and Timothy happen to know. However, Bristow offers an explanation that doesn't contradict salvation by faith or Paul's own claim that there is neither male nor female, for all are one in Christ. Bristow reminds us that there is only one place in Paul's theology of salvation where childbearing can be found outside of this passage, and that being the birth of Christ. To contextualize, Bristow reminds us how the Jews for centuries held the belief that Eve proved women to be secondary creatures to man. Some rabbis going even as far as to say that women were halfway between male and animal. Remember, it was these same Jews who had now converted to Christianity, taking with them these old beliefs that they had held for so long. Emphasizing such a context, Bristow writes that if this interpretation is so, then Paul was saying in effect, you who regard women as spiritually inferior because of the example of Eve, remember that when God provided a means of salvation for us all, he did so through the cooperation of a woman, Mary. What a different perspective this makes. How ironic that the only interpretation where Paul doesn't contradict himself is one where we see Paul up to his normal deeds of elevating women by combating the sexist beliefs of his audience. This passage highlights the importance of understanding the audience and not just the author behind a passage. So the next time someone tries to tell you that women have a special additional burden placed upon them in order to find salvation, teach them about the context behind this passage and show them just how much of a champion of female rights Paul truly was. Thank you for watching. This is The Lord is Reason.